You live in the Bay though now still, right?
I got two spots. So I got my family spot in the Bay, and then I got a spot in Atlanta. I've been having a spot in Atlanta for like about 10 years. It's gonna be 10 years in November.
Yeah, I almost
But
moved to Atlanta. Atlanta just is like, cause I got family out in College Park,
yeah.
so I'd be going out there like often, not as often as I used to, but I'd be going out there and like I almost moved out there because I was like, man, Austin
Yo,
get to come to
swag,
me.
I feel like it match. I feel like your swag match. Like
Yeah, like I almost did it, but then I ended up getting a little promotion at the job I'm at now. So I was like, man, I'm gonna take this job. Fuck all
type
that.
shit, type shit, type shit. But the A cool, I really be tucked away. But it's what the cool part about it is like it's motion every day. Like it's LA, it's music shit
Yeah,
going. But I really like the underground vintage kind of part of the city. Like everybody kind of think like, don't get me wrong, I love the little baby shit in Magic City and all that shit, but it's like a wave of like underground shit going that's hella clean, like hella little vintage stores and just shit like that that's going crazy out there.
yeah, no, they got that on lock for sure. I think they'd be having like a little vintage, almost like a vintage con too out there.
Yeah, something
Like,
like that. Something like that. Yeah.
so yeah, no, I need to make my way back out there too. Honestly, I ain't been into Atlanta in like 2 years.
I already know you hip to good times.
Good
It's a
times
store out there. It's like it's a store out there having all the shit. Having all the
in
shit
Austin.
in Atlanta.
Uh, probably,
Yeah. Cause I
probably.
seen your beanie. I was like, them look like them fat swag beanies.
Now it's this company out in Paris. It's like Passe Dayom, something like that. That's where I got
Okay.
this joint from. But a
Yeah.
lot of people getting on this wave. People used to clown me for the little brim beanie shit, but I'm like, shit, I got an Ed Hardy one. I got
That's a
I'm on
new
the
wave, new wave alert.
yeah. I'm on the brim beanie hype for sure.
For sure. When you're sway in the morning,
Nah, facts.
bro, see the vision early.
Man. All right, cool. All right, what's going on, Mr. Burkhardt Cloth? And I'm back with another video, man. Look for my star, and so I am simply not going nowhere. And this is go be another segment of Kloth Talk. Now, again, Kloth Talk is just where I bring people on who have those same passions as myself, such as sneakers and fashion. But I'm gonna promise you right now, this gonna be a special one. And it's gonna be special for multiple reasons. I'll explain that just a little bit later. But this is gonna be the first episode where I'm not talking to somebody that's in the realm, or not in the realm, but like they not a sneaker content creator, they're not a sneaker brand owner, they're not a fashion content creator, they don't own a fashion brand. We expand in Kloth Talk this year, and we just go have people talking about the culture. And I feel like this aspect of culture moves the needle in those spaces too. So it's a special guest, man. And being from the Bay, y'all know I throw Richmond on everything. My YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok. It's go travel with me everywhere. And it's not VA, it's CA. I promise you. Because people be trying to get in my DMs talking crazy. People be trying to be in my DMs talking crazy, talking about it's only one Richmond. Yes, it is. It's the one in California. But we got an absolute legend on this, man. When it's all said and done, when we look over Bay history, Bay culture, this is one of the people that's named as etched into the stone right now, man. We got Iamsu.
What's up
going
with
on
it,
with you, bro?
What's up with it, brother? I'm cooling. I can't complain about nothing. Just
Man,
made a cup of tea. You know what I'm saying?
real herbal life. You
You
feel
know what
me?
I'm saying?
Crazy about this is I'm gonna tell you a funny story. And I knew as soon as you said yes to it, I was like, I gotta tell him this story. So I actually have only, even though we're from the same area, I've only seen you in person once.
Wow. Okay.
Mel's Diner,
Okay.
San Pablo. So look. So it get funny. So you had walked in. I think it was like Cool John was there. It was a few other people. You rolled in with like, it was at least 80 y'all, bro. Y'all rolled in that motherfucker deep. And that Mel's Diner little.
Yeah.
So I'm in there with my cousin, my three older cousins. We in there. And I tapped my cousin. I'll have to be like in middle school or something like that. I was like, bro, look, there go Iamsu. And I promise you, bro, he turned to me and said, oh my God, there goes Iamsu. And I was like, damn. I was like, damn. And they started laughing. And I'm like, fuck, bro. I was like,
Yo,
damn, I can't be excited to see Cuz. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I
I
just
took a picture with a young ass kid. I seen it posted. I wonder if that was y'all. I took a picture with a young ass kid in Mills, and somebody like posted it online.
no, I
I
didn't even
wonder if
get
that
up.
was y'all.
I didn't even get up. They started clowning me and everything else. Like, are you hella excited? I'm like, golly, bro, my bad.
Hey, bro, can't be love and support like shit.
Especially at that time because it was really like, and we go get into it, but y'all was really moving shit during that time. Like I was like, what, in middle school, so that had to be like 20 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014 time.
Yeah,
So like
yeah, for
it
sure.
was, the movement was really popping, even like Pink Dolphin and like Smop Life and all that. Like it was really going on. So like obviously being from the area, you know, like, oh, that's like, I am suing all the niggas just walking here. So yeah, now I had to tell you that story because that shit was hella funny.
Yeah, that's crazy. That time right there, man, we was just having so much fun living life. But that was like the breakout, like you said, because Up came out 2010. So from that point, that's when all the labels and the managers and just the whole music game literally came to Richmond. It wasn't like we went out trying to get a deal. Like our shit had turned up, and then people, the music industry came to us. Then we start going to LA. Then we start going to New York and all that shit.
So yes, Brandon, I've never forgot that story. So yes, I'm talking to you.
And now we here, man, full circle, man.
Nah, facts. No, full circle. You want to talk about full circle? Hold on, I have to do this too. I gotta do this too because even though we from the same area and I remember the movement, I was going through your Instagram just to see if I could have little talking points or something, and I came across this
Special
2016
cloth talk.
special cloth talk. It was already written. It was already written. This was gonna happen. So yeah, nah.
This picture, bro, I literally took this picture myself, bro. I'm sitting right there when that shit, he checked the ball in, bro. I'll never forget that, bro. One of the best days of my life, bro. And I recorded a song immediately after that. I like went crazy in the studio right after that.
I mean, I mean, it wasn't in here, but you want to talk about that? Like, what happened that day? Like, what does that moment mean for you?
That moment, bro, man. So got the chance to meet Kobe that day. That's my favorite basketball player all time. And it was just surreal. I performed at the Kings halftime, and they were playing the Lakers, so everything worked out cool. And then so after the halftime, I'm sitting right next to the owner of the Kings and his daughter. And so we just enjoying the game and shit like that. And then Kobe checks in. I'm just like, damn, like, and that's been my phone background ever since then. Special cloth talk.
Man,
Special cloth
facts. That's a fact. It's kind of crazy too, because like obviously people grew up watching him, and like obviously he had a untimely demise. And it's like those type of moments, like it's a one in a lifetime chance right there. That was like, because it won't happen again. And what he meant for the sport of basketball, like having that moment to be able to see him in person, that must have been crazy.
It was surreal, bro. It didn't feel real at all. He got crazy aura. Like, it's crazy. I'll never forget that. That energy literally made me go in the studio and one take a whole song. It's called Dogs. If you go look it up, I one took that whole song. People was like, everybody in the studio was like, I've never heard you rap like that ever in your life. I'm like,
Nah,
man,
you like that. When you get that energy, it's just like you gotta put it somewhere. You gotta put it
exactly,
somewhere.
exactly.
So I'm not gonna waste no time, man. I'm from the Bay Area, so this is gonna be just like, I want this just to be a Bay episode. Like
Yeah,
I ain't got nothing but love from the Bay, even though I'm not living there currently. I always, like, every time I go anywhere, I represent the Bay. So even though I know part of the story, I don't know the full story. So hearing it directly from sources is gonna be a pleasure to hear. So kind of just starting off, like, what was it like growing up for you? Like before you became Iamsu the rapper, like who were you?
man, I was Sudan. I'm still Sudan, but I was Sudan. Martina, little brother, Miss Harrison. You know what I mean? I moved to Louisiana when I was younger for like probably a few months. I was born in San Pablo. I went to Perry's Elementary. My mom was a teacher there for like 25 years. So, you know, that experience of like going to school and existing in the Iron Triangle that was real molded for me. And like my pops lived over there. So I just feel like I had a true Bay Area experience, layered though, for sure. Like if you was just looking at me, you might assume some things and assume incorrectly. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like growing up, I was just a chill kid. I was always into like music from day one. Yeah, but I was real shy. Nobody knew like that I was on what I was on until I was on it. Basically, like I was just like having bars, making beats and shit, but I wasn't showing nobody. And then by the time I actually showed people, it was like, what the fuck? It was like, boy, you raw as fuck. Like you're not like just good. Like you're raw as fuck. Like hold on. Like you need to, you know what I'm saying? Like
You need to
we
put that
finna,
somewhere.
yeah, like we finna all get behind this shit. And so I never had no teachers that didn't believe in my dreams. You know how the rappers be saying that? I never had that. Everybody was like real supportive. My family was hella supportive. My mom's, everybody. So I mean, I feel like I just was surrounded with a lot of love. You know, real life always comes, but I feel like I was always surrounded with hella love and just yeah, I just try to get that shit back. But yeah, I was chill, bro. I was just chill, quiet, you know, love basketball, shit like that.
So did you have people in your family that was already like, were they just enjoyers of music, or were they like, play an instrument, or it was in a choir or something like that? Like, how did you really like? Because usually it's like somebody like indoctrinates you into like really loving that. So like, was there somebody in your life that was like showing you the steps and all that?
My mom sang. She went to the studio, recorded her song, all type of stuff. My auntie Kim made beats, and she had a Casio keyboard in her room, and she would let me play around with it. And then eventually she got hella studio equipment, and that was the first time I really was like fucking around with the beats. But she had the same sounds as that Cassidy "I'm a Hustler," the same
Mm,
kick and the snare and the hey from "I'm a Hustler." I'm like, ooh. So once I did that, I was like, ooh, like it just scratched the itch. And then I went to youth radio, and my skills developed from there. But yeah, my family was super instrumental. My grandpa always played hella music. Just my whole family always playing music, but directly creating it. My mom and my auntie.
got you. So I know what I was listening to. So I was born in '96.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was like really like when I started going outside, going to different parties and stuff, like I know what I was listening to. Like, what were you listening to that was influencing someone like what you was rapping about, and like what made you want to get into it?
When I start going outside, or when I just first start hearing music.
Let's do both. Like, handpick some from each era.
Okay, Will Smith. If I'm just keeping it all the way real, Will Smith. Getting Jiggy with It album had a song in there called "Don't Talk About Nothing," and I loved that beat, and I just was studying his raps on that song. That was like when I was hella young, like 7 or something. And then junior high school came around, and that's when I got introduced to like Fabulous and Jay-Z and Jadakiss. I would say like Kiss of Death album, Street Dreams, Blueprint 2. Around that time, that's when I'm like, oh, these niggas got bars crazy, like this shit crazy. And then by the time high school came, it was Wayne. It was just I wanted to be Lil Wayne. I could just that's the easiest way to sum it up. I literally wanted to be Lil Wayne. Like everything I was doing, my mixtape covers, my flow, everything. Wanted to use auto tune, wanted to wear famous stars and straps, like just whatever the case was. Like
Was
so
you writing
Wayne had a
anything
huge
down, or you
influence.
just going off? You just spitting off the top?
Yeah, I always did both, but from hearing about Jay-Z and Wayne doing that, me and all my boys decided to stop writing. So but the thing was crazy. We was holding ourselves to an impossible standard because we didn't understand punching. We didn't know he would go in the studio, say a couple lines, stop, think, say some more. We was remembering whole songs sometimes, and then going into the studio and trying to lay the whole thing down. So I think it kind of just was a good skill test, but sometimes I write, sometimes I don't. But when I really want to like convey and really paint a picture, like convey a specific detailed message and paint a picture, I write.
Yeah. Quick question: is it possible to get a little bit more view in the front? Yeah, like
Let me
something
see.
like that. So
Oh,
when I
that's cool.
clip,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
when I
okay.
clip it up, like they can see your full.
Say less, yep.
This is just a random question, just because like I know different people have like different perspectives on this. Like, what do you love about being from the Bay Area? Like, if you could pinpoint, like, damn, bro, like when you go home, are you around people? You're like, damn, like this is why I love being from here.
The view in the air. That's like this is the best place on the planet. When I breathe this air and just look at that water, it's like, man, like so like I was telling you before we start recording, I got the spot in Atlanta. Atlanta's beautiful and all that stuff. Don't get it wrong, but it is not the Bay, bro. It's not the Bay. The Bay got that, like I said, that air is just so crisp, and then like the water, bruh, like riding to Emeryville and just looking to the right when you riding from Emeryville, it's like, damn, like this is a real place. And we live here. People say it's weak, which confuses me, but I'm like, damn, we get the blessing to live here every day. So, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'll be driving to Emeryville and be trying to sneak it like, hold on, I'll be
Yeah,
like, damn, I want to see something real quick, but I'm driving the car.
for real, for real. So just I would say that right there, and like the sunset, the shit just over the mountains. As I get older, bruh, you do things like appreciate a view. You'll take a picture
Yeah.
of a nice view or some shit like this. So I'm like, that would be the top three things amongst many other things, but those would be the top three things.
You ever been to Mount Lemon out in like Walnut Creek? Like, it's like in the back of like Walnut Creek and like kind of Concord.
Nah, Mount Lemon,
Nah, I'm tripping. That's Arizona. I'm thinking of Castle Rock. That's what I'm thinking of.
Castle Rock. Nah, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, nah, Castle Rock a vibe, bro. It's out there like towards Walnut Creek. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's you. I don't know if you can still climb like on the side of the little mountain, but like you get so high, bro. You just want to sit there
Just be
and
like,
just
damn,
be like, this is crazy. I said Mount Lemon. I'm talking about Arizona.
like Mount Lemon, but not yeah, for real. That bro, the views be crazy out here. The views is like generational, life changing. You'll really think about everything and really put some shit together. Just looking out there.
Yeah. For me, it will always be just how like we talk. Like I didn't been in situations where people have been like, bro, so tell me why it's, and then she pull up and she I'm like, damn, I just understood that whole sentence, bro. Like what
For
the
real. For real.
I understood that whole sentence. Like the way we talk is like legit different.
Nah, for real. Nah, for real. You don't even got to use no words for real. Like you said,
Great
like I pull up the
sound
sheet.
effects.
For real.
I'm like, damn, that's a full paragraph. Bet. So let's get back into the music. So I wanna get back to like when you first started making music, like what was going through your head? Like what was like, was it always a plan to blow up, or it was just like this is what you do for fun? Like kind of like take me through like what was happening when you like start getting on tracks.
Man, it's a trip because I don't know what I was thinking. It just seemed so natural, but I would say, it was what we did for fun. Number one, we just genuinely love to do it. And blowing up didn't seem really realistic till like senior year and like right coming out of high school, like first year out of high school. That's when it's like, nah, this is something I feel like we could really, really do, because like we doing shows, people are like checking us out and stuff. Then our MySpace was going hella crazy. So that was like this something real. So I'll probably say about 17, 18, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm not doing nothing else. This is what I'm doing.
So I'm just trying to think. So fresh out of high school, you went to
I went to
Pinot,
Pinot
right?
Valley. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You went to Pinot, fresh out of high school, and you already getting booked for shows. Like, how much are you getting booked for when you fresh out of high school?
Shit, we getting booked for a handshake. I don't know what we really getting booked for at that time. We getting booked to get booked. But eventually it became I think it would be like 100, 500, maybe. Actually, no, I'm lying. 500 didn't come till later. It was probably, oh, I don't know what it was. It was zero, if I'm being real for a minute. But just the fact we was on the flyer, people started knowing our name. We all pulling up. The group was called the Go Getters, so we all pulling up with our white tees and our Cincinnati hats and our, you know what I'm saying? We just doing it up and yeah, bro. So it's just more like getting our name out there as a clique. Everybody coming, but I think my first paid show. I'm trying to really think. I did a show at Sac State when I was like 20.
Legendary. Sac State, legendary.
Yeah, I started doing some shows with rents and stuff. I think that's when I would get like maybe 200, 250, 100. That's when $100 seemed like a lot. Back then,
I was about to
$100
say
was yeah.
back then, $100. Boy, you'll go to Berkeley and you'll live like a king.
For real, I'm getting a piece of pizza. I'm going to t-shirt orgy. I'm doing this. 100, yeah, had me going crazy.
The last time I went to Berkeley, they didn't even have Fast Slice
Yeah,
or
bro.
Blondies.
Blondie's back now though.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Fast Slice might be RIP.
And cream was like $2. You used to get like the ice cream sandwich for like $2, bro. That shit like $5 now. I'm like, ooh.
Inflation crazy. Telegraph hella changed because I was just telling a homie the other day, like my first real dose of trying to get fresh was Telegraph. I wasn't going to the city. I wasn't going like I don't even know where else to go. It was Telegraph, like vintage, urban, Vans, you know, a whole little bust down.
That whole little strip. You could spend all day on that strip.
You could spend all day on that strip, bro.
And you can have the chumpest of change and still be able to do and move around.
Have $0. Just be fucking around.
So I don't think I ever heard of the Go Getters though. Like who was in the Go Getters?
So the Go Getters was me, Pilo, Showbanger, and Hollywood Keefe is our other boy. He don't really make music as much now, but me, P, and Show still making music. But we all still hella cool.
So you and Pilo been cool for a minute.
I met Pilo his freshman year of high school. I knew his older brother, Kuya Beats, which is my big bro, my mentor, my dog. But yeah, I've been knowing Pilo for a million trillion years. And we was been locked in. Like another one of our boys, because Pilo and my other boy, Miney, played on the basketball team together. So Miney was like I ain't gonna lie, Sue making beats, you making beats. Y'all boys need to, you know what I'm saying? Boys need to link it up. So, you know, ever since then, I was probably 22 years ago at this point. It's like 04, 05.
Nah, that's a real as you a brother at that point.
Like, oh yeah, we family, bro. We family, bro. They straight up call me brother, and vice versa. I call his mom, and vice versa. So, you know, we shooting this video on Tuesday, so we just finna go up, keep this shit rolling. But it felt good to be this many years in and still even doing this shit for real.
Bro, that's the thing I feel like people don't really try to give people credit for, like, you know, because obviously like the hyphy movement, there's a lot of music coming out of the hyphy movement. Then like, you know, a little bit past the hyphy movement, there's a lot of names buzzing. SOB obviously got the whole Black Panther soundtrack thing and like all these other rappers. But like some of the, even though they back rapping, they kind of took a break from that for reasons. But like to consistently still do it and still be relevant, I feel like that is something that I feel like a lot of people from the Bay Area don't really get the credit that they deserve, because like they've been trying to hate on E40 because of the little thing on TikTok. I'm like, man, I need to leave 40 alone.
Yeah, he go hella viral. E40 was already cemented 20 plus years ago. So yeah. So I mean, E40 one of them ones. His birthday the day before mine, so I always got an extra like interest in whatever he doing. Like, you know, that's Unc off top, and he show hella love. But his career path, I always study that, just like how he navigated this game and just drop hella music and is rich as fuck and still going. Like that shit is beautiful. Rich. Yeah,
almost the way I view 40 is the same way I view like Snoop Dogg. Obviously, they have a different. They from like Snoop from LA, 40 from the Bay, but it's like the way he market himself. He getting like he got his slur cane. I was drinking that heavy in college. The slur cane. He in commercials. He doing this. Like the way he market himself. Like he's bigger than just rap. He's like a entity himself.
Yeah, he a mogul. He a mogul, a true boy, a tycoon. That's what he'll call it. He a tycoon for sure. So I love E40. That's my boy right there.
is there any moment in you just on your path where like it just started clicking for you? Because you said you was getting paid 100, sometimes just a handshake, maybe 200. But was there a moment where you was like, oh no, this shit different. This is surreal. Like, what am I in right now?
Yeah, hold on, real quick. Hold on, I'm about to answer this call real quick. I'm gonna come right back.
Yep, you good. A lot of rappers, bro. I'm talking like D-Lo, DB the General, Project Papa. Obviously I said SOB, RBE. Who else? Young Kurt. Rest in peace, Young Kurt. Laz the Boy. Who else? Who else can I think of at the top of my head right now? Young Bari. Obviously the Pack. You got Lil B. I mean, it's so much talent that come out the Bay, and I feel like a lot of that be getting like. Ultimately, I feel like it comes down to politics because a lot of this is like people talking about where they're from, and then people be like, "Oh, you're not from here," blah blah blah.
I'm trying to remember the question. So what was the moment where it was like serious?
Yes, like just looking back over your career, like can you pinpoint a moment where you was just like, I can't believe this is like my life right now. Like this is really happening.
Man, God is good because I really am thinking of hella moments. I'm thinking of hella moments, like even recently.
Shit, I could name them. Let's hear. Let's say three ones in your career, maybe at the start of your career when things really shifted, to one in the middle, and then as of late.
Okay. In the beginning, I would say when we shot that video with 50 Cent, I was like, just getting in contact and locking in with 50 Cent was like, I'm just like, what is life right now, bro? Like, they trying to sign me to G Unit. Like, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me. So that was like crazy. And being in a video with him and then talking to him hella much, like 50 Cent showed us hella love, really gave me personally hella game. Like, I went to the G Unit office and like even to this day, like they'll still show love and stuff. And then in the middle of my career, probably putting out my first album. That was big for me. 2014, I put out Sincerely Yours. That felt good. Like seeing my album in Best Buy, like stuff like that. It meant a lot at that time. And like people being hyped for it, anticipating it, shooting the videos in the rich and just doing all that shit. That shit was cool. And then recently, I'll have to say like 2023 to 2024 is when like a lot of things that I expected to happen in my career, maybe in 2016, start happening. Like Nike endorsement, performing at fucking Great America. That was like unreal for me. Like being able to put that on my company just straight like that and putting that on, that was like huge. And then I did a commercial for the Giants. So when I was filming that commercial, I was just like, damn. I was just asking kind of like why now? I was appreciating it. Like, why is all this stuff happening right now? But then I just had to thank God for that because, but that would probably be like 2023, that second half into the first half of 24 had me like, wow. Really 2023 because the deal got locked in 23. So that was just having me just like jaw drop, like, dang, all of this, bow, 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 bow. Like, yeah, that was clean.
You know what I always tell myself? Because like I'm really still like in the infant stages of like just doing what I'm doing. And I'm like, something I try to remind myself is like, there's no way you keep doing what you're doing and it don't work out at some point in time. And I feel like what you just described is, you said even 2014, but even past that, you had still been rapping before that. So like,
yeah,
you have a long, extensive career of just rapping in general. So like, it was going to pay off at some point. I mean, we always want it early. Shit, I wouldn't be mad to be on some stage somewhere, but shit, you just gotta take it the way it comes.
that's a fact. And like think like this now. I much rather have it right now. I much rather have it right now than be hella big when I was 20 and blew it all and it's over with and I'm fried.
Oh yeah.
But now I'm 36 and I feel like I still got potential. I still got more to give. It's like I'd much rather have it be like this.
So I want to, I'm gonna pick up some game right here because I want to know like how, for a career as long as you've had it, how have you been able to maintain that? Like what attributes about yourself can you attribute to why you are still relevant, why you're still putting out music, and why these things are still happening as of today, and you've been rapping for so long?
My bad. One more time, bro.
And this right here's my shit. There ain't shit ain't on the side. That. All right, I'm gonna take this time right now to say, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed to the channel. We on our way to 3K subscribers on YouTube, man. You already know. Still going, still moving. This will probably be episode 61 or 62 of Kloth Talk. So we shooting to 100. I'm closer to 100 than I am to 0. So we still moving. There's a lot more room to grow. We're gonna have a lot more good guests. Like I said, this is the early stages for real. I need a water break. So to Greg's future self added in this video, go ahead and cut it right here before I drink this water, because people gonna make fun of me for what I'm drinking out of, but I've been doing it since I was a kid. So yep.
This interview hella funny because it's gonna be like 5 different backgrounds. Hella shit. Like you gotta be like, this nigga Sue had hella shit going on at one time, but we got it done.
They didn't know about the bulldoze your shit. They sending everybody up there.
I'm like, nigga, ain't y'all trying to up the price? Like, man, beat it, man.
That's hella funny.
But yeah,
it's gonna be like when T.I. was moving his hat in the. Oh no, that was Ray J when he was moving his hat in every scene.
Nigga got a different background. Like, what's up with dude? But yeah, please ask me the question one more time, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. They should be gone now.
No, I was saying, you've had a long career, so I'm wondering, like, what attributes about yourself can you attribute to why you've had this long-standing career? Like, what about you makes you different than other people who have not seen the success they've seen?
I mean, the short form answer would be like, I might actually be crazy. Like, I literally will do the same thing and expect different results every single time. Like, I'll create a song, drop a song, shoot a video. I just love that process. And it's so ingrained in me that whether it be positive or negative event that happens in my life, it makes me want to create music. Like, and I think that might be it. Like, I'm literally addicted. I'm addicted to, I wouldn't call it gambling, but I'm just addicted to making music. But it's a little gamble because you never know what the song is going to do. The song could be the biggest song ever, or it could get 0 views. Luckily, my songs don't get 0 views, but it's a chance. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm just literally addicted, bro. My brain, like, it's just patterns and just sounds and colors and just, yeah. So success isn't even a factor into why I keep doing it. Like, I just keep.
You just love the process.
Yeah, I love the process.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of the point. I feel like some people get into it for the money, and then they realize they can't get all the money that they want. So then, like, they slowly start to trickle out, or like they love the accolades that come with it, going to a show, getting girls or whatever, but they don't love the actual music portion. So I feel like, I mean, that's a pretty clear indicator. I don't think it's gambling. Shit, like I said, you go as much music you put out and how long you've been doing it, it was gonna happen regardless.
Right, exactly. And I feel like you just keep refining your skills too. Like, as you go, you get better. So that's why I'm like, sure, keep doing it.
What mistakes have you seen others do though? Because I feel like you've been, especially in the Bay Area scene, you've seen basically it all. Like, what have you seen other people do that you're like, man, if you just didn't do that, you would have been X, Y, and Z?
Get 1 million views and think you Drake. I think that's the number one thing. And like, just get hella cocky. You get like one little thing going, and now you just get to thinking you're bigger than the program. And we all guilty of it, myself included. But I quickly get myself in check. But I think that would be the biggest thing, like getting too cocky too fast, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely have seen that. And it's like, it sucked because, like, man, like I said earlier, like, I know what music I was listening to when I was finally able to go outside, start going to house parties. It was like unfortunately, the first thing I was about to say was Young Kurt, and unfortunately he passed away. But Young Kurt overly got played.
He had it on Smash. He had it on complete Smash.
especially a freestyle. Oh my god, Young Kurt was going crazy. Or like Young Bari, DB the General, D-Lo, or like Surdy, Tayway. Like Tayway still to this day. That song could come on today
Yeah.
because my best boy.
Yeah.
I'm in that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the Richmond national anthem for sure. Like that, if it was one song to represent Richmond, I feel like it's Tayway. Fuck it up for sure.
bro. When I went to college and I went to school in Arizona, well, I had everybody on that.
Yeah.
Everybody on that. Like it was crazy. And like, obviously a lot of these people did not get to see their success pay off, but then there's still a lot of rappers today that still weren't able to see the type of success that I feel like you received.
I think a big part of that is also business though. Like, a lot of us get an opportunity to have a song that blows up, but everybody doesn't properly do their splits or make sure the producer is settled, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe you put it on a director's YouTube page and not your YouTube page, or like just little shit like that. That would be like when you really start going crazy, it's a huge roadblock. Like, let's say you and a director fall out, then he deletes your video, or you and a producer fall out, or he trying to strike it, or he trying to get hella money. And I think a big part of it is like how you work with others and make sure your team and everybody is aligned so that we could get in the end zone. It's like, music, it might be one name on a song, but I feel like it's always a team effort. Like,
I've never even thought of that because there are some songs that I used to listen to strictly on YouTube, and I try to go back and find it, and it's no longer there. I'm like, damn, I swear this was a song. Like,
the
where's that
director
song?
be getting pissed off and deleting the video. Let's say the rapper do some little sucker shit, or the director getting his feelings, he'll delete your video.
Damn, I ain't never thought about that. I guess
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind now. I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro.
You know what's crazy? A song of yours that I feel like if I put on today, I mean, I still play it to this day, and I feel like people may know it or they may not know it, but as soon as it come on, baby, call my phone, I'ma come run it. That is my boy. I had that on my Xbox.
God.
And bro, when I used to just play the game, like with high heels on, I don't see nothing wrong. That is my shit, bro.
Xbox was on to something like that when you could put your own slaps in the game.
Bro,
It was tripping with that.
Like I just remember like driving on Highway 4, going from Hercules to like Concord or something, and like just slapping music with my partners. They just got their L's or something. Like that was just like riding music. Like that was just
Straight
such
up.
a vibe song, bro.
Straight up, for sure. Yeah, that was really the one for me as a solo artist that broke me through in a Bay, because I won this, like, I wouldn't call it a contest, but it was called the Bay Area Freshman 10. They were doing like an open vote for the top 10 like new rappers in the Bay, and I made that list, and that was my single at the time. And like they played it on the radio. That was my first song that got played on the radio, and then just all that shit, bro. I got hella attention from that song, and I never saw. Actually, did I sell it? I'm gonna say no. Just for cause actually never sold that song. That's what's so crazy about it.
Yeah, nah, that's a hit. I put that in the same category. Like, even if I'm like just cleaning my spot now, like I revisited a lot of your old songs just like in preparation for this. I'm like, damn, like bro really you got a track record of making hits. But
Appreciate
like that song, I know what to do with it. I put that on par with like the Irk the Jerk. I just wanna, you're right here.
Bro,
Right
Irk
here.
Irk don't get enough credit. Irk's such a big influence. Honestly, Irk was like a blueprint. He's from Richmond, making beats, rap, and made songs for the ladies. And you got bars. I'm like, man, like I'm looking up to Irk hella much at that time. When I made that, I know what to do with it. And what was so crazy, I always joke with him about this. I was like, bro, you remember you was supposed to sign me? Like he had a label back in the days.
Oh damn.
Called Red Planet, and we literally had a meeting for him to sign me. And I was like hella juice. Like I went to the San Jose, like some type of car show or something like that. And he was up there performing. He seen me in the crowd and he was just like, yeah, we're gonna get you over here. Da-da-da. I was going back to the homies telling them like, what's up? Like,
yeah, nah, Irk, that song is like cemented. That's like if I'm just like cruising, I just need you to know you're just so, that is a hit, bro.
mm-hmm.
So I mean, even just like tying this in with the Kobe picture, because you know everybody loved the like the Mamba mentality, locking in and like really focusing on your craft. But I feel like, you know, people love that aspect of it, of like, you know, look what he's become, but then they don't know like what he had to sacrifice to get to that point. So like, I'm wondering, at any point in your career, did you have to like, what did you have to give up to get to this point?
A lot of time. I would say a lot of time, like with family. A lot of time, like you would want to spend like with your lady or something. Like, just that would be the main thing. That would be the main thing. Like, missed a couple family reunions. I was like, damn, missed my little brother graduation, little shit like that. It's just how you like those things will kind of like as you get older, you'll think about like and value more than like going to do some a studio session with Wale, just a random name. But that would just be shit that would be coming up back then and be like, damn, I need this opportunity. I need to go do this. Sorry, babe. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that would be the biggest thing would just be time. Like time spent with loved ones probably would be the biggest sacrifice.
You know, it's so funny, like how casually you just be name dropping people. Like, I gotta do the studio session with Wale. Yeah, 50 Cent had brought me on, and like you just be like dropping names like everybody just got access to 50 Cent, bro. Like,
Oh my god, bro. I really hate that because I be feeling so lame. Like my stories be sounding so like fake. Like when I be telling the homies, like when we just be going back and forth about shit, the story sounds so fake. I was like, damn, I hope I just don't sound like that dude that just like want to seem like he know everybody. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I was at a steakhouse with Obama. He walked in. Yeah, I mean, we got the kicking it.
We got the kick it, you know. So we got to start discussing policies and shit, you know.
Who's who is somebody else that if you like, if you went back and told like, bro, you can't believe who I was just in the room with, or who I just recorded, like, who else would be somebody that they'd be like, man, you lying?
Man, bro. I'm really trying to think. Like, I try to pick one, but the coldest interaction was Jay-Z. I'd have to say that was the coldest one.
You took the you took the lunch with Jay-Z. You didn't take the money.
I actually took the money. That's what's so funny because the reason why I met him was because I was signing a publishing deal, and the person that ran the company at that time, his name is John Platt. He was representing Jay-Z too. And so a part of him like incentivizing me to sign was like, I introduced you to Jay-Z and Beyonce. So I'm like, shit, yeah. Like, all right. We get down there and shit. And I'll tell the story real quick. It was like, I think it was Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake were doing like a best of both worlds type tour or something at that time. And it was in LA at the Rose Bowl. So he took me down there. We up there stupid early, like green room empty, all that shit. And it's just, you ever heard of Jay-Z friend named Tata? Jay-Z rap about him?
Probably. I'll fight
But
that.
it's this dude named Tata. John Platt was talking to him in the back, and I'm sitting on the couch. I'm nervous as shit. And it was so cold, my phone died. So I'm just literally in. I can't even scroll. I'm just in there, just like, well, like, you know what I'm saying, bro. So in walks hell. This shit is crazy. In walks Jay-Z, Beyonce, Timbaland, Diddy, Andre Harrell, Tom Hanks, fucking KD, J. Cole, bro. And so everybody comes in. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, damn. Like they just looking at me like, cause they're like, who the fuck is this? First off, this in my green room before I got here. Like, who the fuck is this? John's like, this Iamsu, man. He the truth. He the future, bro. Ooh, I'm about to sign him. Me, Jay-Z, everything. Diddy is literally sitting right next to me on the couch. Like Timbaland. So picture like a living room. You know, they got the big couch and they might have like an armchair and then a TV.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the setup. Me and Diddy and Andre Harrell on one couch, Timbaland on the armchair, Jay-Z standing up like right in front of us. He puts on the instrumental to Pound Cake. I didn't know what this song was at that time.
That's crazy.
I didn't know what this song was at this time. I'm like, oh my, I heard that beat. I was like, oh my God, what? You know what I'm saying? We like everybody in there. Everybody is like, this is the hardest beat we ever heard in life. Like we hearing this beat, like everybody's like that. Jay-Z starts writing his verse, bro. He starts doing the Jay-Z shit in front of us, bro. I didn't know what the fuck the song was. I go back and tell the homies, I'm like, Jay-Z was rapping on the hardest beat I ever heard in my life. I didn't know what this was. And then the Drake album come out, and I think it was after like what was that festival that used to be back in the days? Rock the Bells, one of them. It was
I'm
like this
not
big
sure.
festival. Uh, and Drake dropped Nothing Was the Same, and I heard that beat. I'm like, that's it, Joe. That's what I'm talking about. I was telling him, he go like,
That is crazy.
bro, that was crazy. And
What
then
year is
like,
this?
this is like 2013, bro.
Okay.
It's like 2013, bro. And then I don't know how this happened, but Beyonce had no security that day. So the dude John Platt was like, "I need you to stand right next to Beyonce when we walk out. I need you to just keep people away from Beyonce when we walk through this crowd." I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, just stand right there. I'm gonna stand right here. We gonna make sure Beyonce good. Just gonna go to the thing, bruh." We walked through that crowd, bruh. I ain't never heard nobody get that much scream attention ever in my life, bruh. So I watched the whole concert. Me and Kelly Rowland and fucking Beyonce, bro. We watched Jay-Z, bro, and J. Cole and shit. I'm just like, damn.
Bro, you met the end game. You you literally met the Avengers of the music industry.
It was like, that was the craziest shit I ever experienced in my life, bro. That right there, like to be the age I was, because I was like 23. I'm just in there, bro, with a fucking Mookie Bayusuke shirt and fucking damn near some Mookie sweats and some dunks in there, just with a pro, bro. It's in there, bro.
You said J. Cole, Justin Timberlake,
Yeah.
Diddy, be who else you said? You said KD.
KD,
Golly,
Tom
bro.
Hanks. Tom Hanks was the wild card. Tom Hanks had a suit on at the concert. I'm like,
So
all
you
right.
so your phone died. Do you have any footage of this?
I have no footage of this. I only have memory. That's why I was just like,
That's
my
fire.
phone dying is what made this story even crazier. And that's why I'd be like, bro, like, I bet you people probably just be thinking I'd be lying my ass off because, like my phone died. It really was a blessing because I had to just be hella present in the moment. Like, I
Mhm.
didn't ask nobody for a picture. They probably respected that. I didn't ask nobody for a picture or nothing. Like, it just was up there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it definitely pays off not to be overly fanned out. Like when if you could still be like, "Hey, bro, I fuck with your shit," but you don't want to be like
Oh
Beyonce.
God. Oh God. Oh God. I told you I couldn't, bro, I didn't even know what to tell Beyonce. I was just like, my mom would be losing her fucking mind right now. Like, she told me I was gonna meet y'all, and it's hella cool. Cause right before that, my mom was like, "You don't need to be eating so fast and sloppy like that. Like, what if you go to dinner with Jay-Z?" I'm like, I ain't finna go to no damn dinner with Jay-Z.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, that would probably be the one right there. That was like a crazy ass time.
So I want to move it to this because honestly, this is the part where I'm trying to figure out how do I structure something like this.
Mm-hmm.
HBK, HBK, and CFOPA. Like, take me through like who started what. Like, because I don't know the full story. So, what is
Yeah.
the origin of these names? Even like Smop Life, CFOPA, and HBK. Like, what's the origins of all this?
HBK started from me and P-Lo and the other homies out of high school. We didn't have a name for our clique, and everybody at that time, you already know, everybody had to have like something. You had to be somebody of something at that time. So HBK kind of came from that. And then so it was probably like '07. And then Schmott Life came from Cool John, like saying something was like smacking and popping. It just turned into schmopping. And then like he was having these smacking ass house parties in
That's
the
what I
Ridge.
remember seeing. Like, but that used to be exclusive. Like, you ain't everybody just ain't doing
Everybody ain't
it.
just pulling up to that. Yeah. So he was having smacking ass house parties. He was. And that's where Schmott Life came from. And then I remember when he drew the logo on a piece of paper and like took it up to the dude at 50 Dripped and got the logo straight. And as soon as he came with the sweaters, and Click Full of Party Animals was just like derived from Schmott Life. CFOPA, like, it was definitely short lived, but it was like the whole umbrella of everybody. Like, that was like HBK, this, that, like, we all Click Full of Party Animals, Young Bari, everybody, like our whole
Bro,
crew, because we all kind of like came up in the same bubble.
I had a strap back CFOPA hat, bro.
God, yeah, yeah, that
If
was
I
like the
that would
ultimate
probably be
gear,
worth some real cheese if I would have kept that, bro. Because it was raw. It was like purple. Then it had like both the logos on the hat and everything. Like it was raw. Like I used to rock that all the time.
hmm
So I'll make sure I understand this right. You and Pilo started HBK.
yeah, fresh out of high school, fresh out of high school,
Smop Life, Cool John.
100%.
CFOPA is a the collective, like all y'all basically
But
come
that
together.
Cool John coined that term too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question is because I've tried to start something. I mean, I've like you said in the Bay, bro, everybody trying to like, hey, bro, we need to click it, we need to find a name, we need to. But I've tried to start things with my partners, and
hmm
like people either just like fall out of love with it, or like they just like, nah, I'm not, it's not really my thing. So how do you keep something that started in '07, 2026? It's almost about to be 20 years of this. Like, how do you keep that maintained and like make sure everybody's aligned on like this is what we working towards? Like, how do you do that?
Bro, that is a great question, and I want to know the answer. I want to know the answer because I don't have it. Like we went through so many trials and tribulations, and just
Because I think about
exchanges.
like even just like I don't mean to cut you off, but like even just like groups of like Young Money, or even R&B groups, rap groups that break up, and R&B groups that break up, and like shit. Now even like content houses like yeah, now we have to split because we no longer making content. Like
hmm
nobody really stays together.
Loyalty is hard to find. I would say. You gotta genuinely love the shit, and you gotta genuinely love the people that you're doing it with. That's how you get the, at least from my viewpoint. And but you're gonna go through ups and downs. People gonna want to do their own thing and branch out. And like what I learned is like you can't really take that personal. Like everybody is entitled to walk their own path. So though it might not be in your best interest or in the best interest of the group, you gotta respect it. So I would say like growing into that mentality has helped, but bro, it's hard as fuck to keep a group of anybody together. It's hard to keep your family together. So hard to keep a relationship together. You just gotta work on it every day.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. So like from your experience though, would you attribute to because I think Griselda is going through some of this issue right now. Like, would the majority of the issue be money? People being like they don't get their fair share because, like, when it's a collective, there may be somebody who's a little bit more popping. So they'd be
hmm
like, man, Sue got all these cars and he got a house in Atlanta and Cali, and I only got an apartment, so I need a little bit more. Like, who, like, do you
Yeah.
experience any of that? People pocket watching and being like, man, I should be having more because I'm in this, but I don't have what he has.
Man, I'm not gonna say from direct members because we don't get jealous of each other. It don't matter. But I say definitely from like BC string, people would be looking like, and trying to add stuff up and like, why he getting this? Why he getting that? It would be like the lower tier people. But man, I think a big issue with groups is not ironing out. Like when you come into business with your friends, if you don't iron out the percentages before y'all press go, just like how I was kind of saying earlier, like detrimental to your growth. You're not gonna reach the goals you want to reach just because I think like understanding is like the foundation. Like, okay, let's say me and you go into a group, we're gonna split everything 50-50. We talk about that before we push our first upload. Sometimes you'll just be doing this shit for fun and then it cracks off. That's kind of how like it happened for us. We doing it, we know we love to do it, we want to make money, but we popping too, so we want to keep it popping. So we just gonna sometimes you're not having your split sheet signed, you're not having your proper, you feel me, in place. So I think that would be my pro tip is like any click, form your LLC, get your percentages split. And if you are doing music or any type of content that's making money, have that split already locked before you go forward. That's what's going to put you ahead of the curve.
Put the business first.
Put the business first. And like back in the days, we never did that. Like we didn't do that. So when you could come in, so then you have like people in the business coming in and like infiltrating. So it'd be little shit like that. Not to give up too much details, but that's just like the broad paintbrush of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like from what an outsider looking into the music industry and like just being from the Bay Area, I feel like it was either like the money wasn't right or either, and I don't get how people let politics affect, like when it be hood politics. I'm like, God, and I'm not gonna speak on nobody's situation, but I hate, and I'm glad they back together, but I hate it when SOB split up. I'm like, are
Mm-hmm.
y'all joking me? Y'all, bro, my partner in Atlanta, he don't live in Atlanta currently, but he from Atlanta. He messaged me because they just put out their new song,
Yeah.
and he said, "Bro, I just fell to my knees." Like he was like he couldn't believe it. So just imagine being from the Bay and understanding like what they did was different. And they,
They set an example for everybody. Like they set an example for everybody. I really, really respect that. Like, especially we all seen it play out in front of all of us.
you literally,
So I super duper respect that. And shouts out to them because the boy redid my song. He sang famous over. Me and T.O. got songs. Me and Slimmy was supposed to drop a whole album. That's what's so crazy about it. Slimmy is so funny. But I salute to all them boys. I ain't gonna lie.
man, I hate it when they split. I'm like, no, bro, y'all on Black Panther. Y'all taking over the world right now. Y'all ain't supposed to do this, but I understand things get like that, and you
Yeah.
know, that's that.
They was young. They was just so young and just so rich and turned. It's like you
Yeah,
couldn't really tell it. You can't tell a young dude with you can't tell a 22-year-old with $1 million, nothing really. Like
yeah.
they got their hood in control. They having all the drip they want. They buying buku cars and just dropping stupid ice. They just going crazy. So it's like, damn.
And I wanna switch it up just a little bit because I feel like it's been heavy on the question. I just want to like I call this thing the rule of threes. I feel like the number three rules my life. I'm also
Mhm.
the third, so I feel like the number three always stay around me. So I
Yeah.
want to just play like a quick little like what does this term mean? Just like a Bay Area edition, slang edition, real quick. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw three terms at you, and I want you to define it, and I want you to use it in a sentence.
Okay. Okay.
So the first Bay Area term, cadden.
Okay. Cat when somebody like playing around, not on a timely manner, not showing up on time, bullshitting, just playing overall, not being serious. I would say that's catting. Uh, so basically, the tree people that just pulled up on me was catting off. All right, so this is my sentence, man. I'm supposed to get my trees cut, man. Yesterday, man, these boys catting off. They ain't show up. Now they want to show up today, still catting off. Man, talking about $500.
All right, next term we got bipping.
Yeah, man, breaking in cars, breaking car windows, taking shit or not taking shit. That's really the worst. If you're gonna break my window, at least take my shit. At least if you just gonna break my window just for the love of the game, what is that like? So yeah, I'm gonna use it in a funny way. Like, oh yeah, I like going to San Jose. They don't be bipping like that out there.
Hey, I always say there is nobody above the bip. No
Nobody,
parking, nobody's above it. I don't care who you are. And
bro. I
then
just don't even look at the street as a parking option. Like, I just be like, I gotta figure something out. Like, it ain't the street though.
because even if you roll your windows down, they will break a mirror. Say they will do whatever. It don't
You just
even
don't like
matter.
my car. Like, clearly, you want me to just suffer. Like, what's the point, bro? Like,
Nobody
hell
is
nah.
above the bip.
Especially in that downtown Oakland or that city.
Oh, the city worse. The city got the worst I ain't never seen.
They bipping it. So I'm like, hell nah. I'm not giving up my parking trade secret, but I'll tell you off the record so you
All right,
know when you
bet
go
that.
to the city or how to do it.
Hey, I'll tell you one of the worst experience I ever had though. I was working in the city for like 2 years. And like on the weekends I'd drive because it wouldn't be like hella traffic like that.
Mm-hmm.
I get off work. It's like 5 p.m. I'm walking around the corner. Like, where my car at? Getting towed in San Francisco is the worst experience you could ever have. That cost me $600.
Damn.
The city of San Francisco will never. I'm cool, bro. Like,
It was a 20 Ubers. It was a 20 Ubers. That
last
was how
word.
LA used to do me, bro.
Oh yeah, nah. I don't even drive in LA.
Mm-hmm.
The last word, Jawsin.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, like basically somebody lying. Like elementary school was like peak Jaws in use. Like when I went to Perry's, Jaws and like, no, he Jaws, he's Jaws. Like back in school, it'd be like somebody would come with them Jordans. Let's say them Flint 13s just came out. That was probably like the ones at that time. Somebody have it. Somebody that don't got to be like, oh, I got them at home. My dad said I can't just wear them. Like he Jaws. It was always that kid. Like my dad said I can't wear my shit to school. I'll mess it up. I got all that though. Like, man.
And we all know somebody that just be jawsing for no reason, bro.
No
Like,
reason,
why
bro.
are you lying about that? Stop
Oh my
jawsing.
god, stop jawsing, bro.
You know what's a word I wish got a little bit like it didn't last long, and I feel like maybe it was just my cousins, but like when people were saying nanigans, I was you like boy, like my cousin, like my cousin had an Xbox in his room, and like we would be playing in his room, and like we would just be in there all day. He'd walk in like, you niggas nanigans. I said, I started overusing that word, bro.
That's a Richmond word. I ain't gonna lie. It made me think of N8. Like N8 to always be saying some shit like nanigans. Like I ain't with the nanigans. I ain't going over there nanigans.
Then they shorten it even further and say, "Oh, you nannies."
Shit. Oh, okay. I gotta take that one. I gotta take that one for shitty.
Man, bro. This is random, bro. I just thought about this in this moment. I don't know what just pinged this off of my head. You know what song used to slap so hard? Salty Hit the Granny, bro. That hit the granny. That used to hit so hard.
Nah, for real.
And he was really bullshitting on that track, bro, because he
was catting off. You don't talk about catting off. He was catting off. That whole rap career was all catting off.
He wasn't talking about nothing, but I used to be there. That used to hit, bro.
That boy Salty, you know, I was with Salty hella. Like during that time, Salty was right by my side the whole time. Like, so Hit the Granny. I was at the Hit the Granny video shoot, and he made a song called Schmop hella early. And like,
oh yeah,
he was like the first baller. Like, he went to Hercules High, but he was hella cool with my cousin and his partners. My cousin and them partners, they had a crew called YS back in the days. They was having Lexuses, they was having motorcycles, they was having chains, Pradas, Gucci polos. Like they was on that. What I'm talking about 06, they was on that. They pulling up BMWs and stuff. So we was all looking up to them. Like, dang. So when he started rapping, it was just hella funny because like picture the dude you think is just like hella cool and like hella serious. And then he start rapping this shit. It's like, bro, you hella funny. Like, you hella funny, bro. But yeah, Salty, that's my boy. That shit hella funny.
It's funny now because you brought up Hercules. My older brother graduated from Hercules. Got a few members that graduated from Hercules. What during the time you was in high school, what was the most lit high school in the Bay? Because I fight for me, it's gonna be different. Okay.
But that's just my biased answer. But if I'm being real, probably Berkeley High.
Oh, okay. I feel like my answer would be El Cerrito. I feel like everybody named Mama wanted to go to El Cerrito.
We didn't get maybe because I went to Pinot, we didn't give a fuck about El Cerrito. I ain't gonna lie, we thought El Cerrito was boosie. I got a couple of homies from that went to El Cerrito, but I didn't even think about El Cerrito. But my first girlfriend actually went to El Cerrito. So it was definitely some vibes. It was definitely some vibes over there. I can't lie. I feel like all the girls knew how to dress hella good.
They got a remodel, didn't they?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they got a remodel. I think that's what it was. I think the remodel kind of put them back on.
Oh, see, I was pre-remodel. Pre-remodel. So it was looking old, and then it was portables for hella long. So when my ex was going there, we used to roast her because like the whole school was portables. Like, you ain't even at a real school. You didn't might as well be go to school at home.
Yeah, I went to middle school in Hercules, and then I went to school in Pleasant Hill. My mom's like, nah, we gotta get you out of there. Cause I was bullshitting at Hercules.
Nah, Hercules High looked like a jail, bro. You got saved. Hercules High, hell no, ain't nobody trying to go be a damn Titan. Hell no.
So this is it has been a fashion sneaker podcast for the most part. So I gotta ask the sneaker question because I went through some of your old posts. what are some staple sneakers in your closet today? Like, what sneakers you reaching for and getting the most wear out of?
Probably Black Cat 4s right now. If not that, then I've really been hella rocking my Union ones lately.
Okay.
I got them Union fragments, the blue ones with the white top.
Mm,
I've been rocking them a lot. But I mean, man, I go through phases. I go through like I try to grab something every time I pop out. I try to grab something different. But then sometimes I'll be really feeling one shoe like I'll be on some many random shit. Oh, let me go Cherry 12s today. I ain't wore these in a million years. Oh, let me go Jumpman Jacks real quick. I ain't, I just try to grab something new every day. But on a default, if I can't think of what to wear, I'm gonna go Black Cat 4s. I got the whatever the new ones that came out. Then I got the old ones with the Jumpman on the back too. So I like
mm.
those. And then like the shoe that I got the most pairs of, it's probably black cement threes. I probably got like 5 pairs of those. I got like two in the A. I'll be opening boxes and be like, damn, I put black cement three. Like, okay.
uh,
Black
so
cement three is my one's the all-time favorite stuff.
I wanna go through these pictures real quick because I was like, oh no, he was really having it back there, bro.
Oh, bro, yeah,
And
yeah.
multiples.
Nah, for sure. And I got the Zen. Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Like, why were you hoarding the Yeezys, man? What was going on at this time? Like, because when I think about these shoes, yes, they're like super hype now, but like you can still get these for a very reasonable price. Like they were still hype, but you can still
hmm
get these for like a reasonable price back then, like when these pictures was taken. But like, what was drawing you to the Yeezys back then?
Man, Kanye was life. Still is like GOAT for real. When he came with that, it was just too legendary. I went to the Glow in the Dark concert and I seen them shoes. I'm like, do we got on Air Mags? I'm just looking hella like, but he got some Nikes. I'm like, nah, them gotta be his Nikes. I ain't never seen them. Like, and I for sure couldn't afford them at that time. But then my boy Rossi camped out at Nike Town and he had a pair of black, the first Yeezy ones, the black ones. I was just looking when he was wearing them, like, damn, as soon as I get some money, I'm getting them motherfuckers. And then yeah, each one of them pairs got a different story. Like those Zen ones, I was in Portland. You been to Portland before?
Nah.
You gotta go up there on some sneaker shit. They having a resale is like fuck StockX, fuck go. The streets in Portland having it. Crazy. You go up there and grab hella little shit. So my boy, well, I'm forgetting his name. Ill Chris. That's my dog. Ill Chris. Now he's just like all Chrome Hearts, everything that ever existed. But back then he was the plug. Like when you come to Portland, he'll have the shoes. So I just hit him like, bro, I need some easy ones. And I was like, he was making it happen. He made it happen and handed it to me right when I was getting in the car to go to the airport. He just shoved it in my lap, like, huh, bro, 700. And here go a pair of black and red 13s. Damn, okay. Shot him that. So then the twos, I think I was the solar twos. I think I was at Riff in LA and just found those. Had to grab those. And they was a 12, but I'm like, fuck that. I'm a 13, but I was like, fuck that. I still need it. And then the Red Octobers, yeah, my boy had them. I paid so much money for them. I'm like, I'll be looking at the resale like I need to just sell these motherfuckers, but they
You
just
still
too
got
close. Hell yeah, I ain't never sold no shoes. I only gave away shoes. I never sold no shoes.
got you.
But
Okay.
yeah, I got all my easy stuff. It really made me want to pull them solar black ones out because the Zen ones, I don't want to wear them no more because I feel like I seen a little cracking. I'm like, I just need to
Yeah.
put these in a closet. Just damn near put these in a box or something and just keep them like that.
You know who J Balvin is, right?
Yeah,
He just wore his pair to a concert and they basically disintegrated under his foot.
bro, that's devastating, bro.
Okay, so this is gonna be the last question about the sneakers. What's one sneaker that if you could get it today, you would get it? So it could be old, it could be new, but like one sneaker
Mm-hmm.
that like will complete your closet today.
Part of World Cup.
Oh wow.
Out of World Cup. I still want a pair of those. And some like really more like designer shoes. Cause I feel like I'll be grabbing the sneakers I want. So yeah, that would be. And they had
That
some Prada World Cups that was like mid tops. That was crazy. They had like two Velcros.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Nah, I respect that. I ain't got no Yeezys, man. I'll be looking at that resale price. I'm like, yeah, nah. I'll just put a down payment on the car or something. That's too crazy right
You
now.
look like the type though, so for you to not have none is hella funny. But you dead look like the type.
I be trying to be conscious with it. I feel like because the way I grew up, my mom used to take me like Diddy's discount Ross and all these places, and I was always trying to figure out how can I maximize this. So I was rocking New Balances when I was in like elementary school, middle school and all that. I was trying to get as many shoes as possible. Or I used to go to Berkeley and go to Buffalo Exchange and try to get my little Adidas or some Jordans and stuff.
Oh, so you was
Like,
smart. Yeah, I didn't even
yeah.
know that existed.
I was trying to get as much as possible.
No, I was for sure like a big five type nigga. At first, if it was up to moms,
Yeah, I stopped asking my mom for Jordans when she brought me back some Team Jordans. I said, "Yeah, nah, I'll do the shopping from now on."
like, how you gonna do me like this, man? I gotta wear these up tempos that's not even known. I gotta wear these big five up tempos. Is like, what are these? I'm like, thank you for the Nike check, but they still gonna roast me.
All right, so I want to get into Young California 3, man. I want to get into this new tape that you just put out.
Yes, sir.
What was the intentions behind putting this out? Because like I said, you've been in the game for so long. Like, what's inspiring you to still want to put out new music? Like, what was the intentions for this?
Like the intention behind this was really just to put out some good music for the summertime. Continue on that legacy and that journey, the Young California brand. It basically like reminds me of a time like 2013, 14 when the music sounded really different. And I feel like it was a lot lighter. It didn't have like it wasn't all about pissing on somebody's grave or something like that.
Nah,
Like,
fact.
yeah, we could still be him without that. So I just wanted to put out some feel good music, like be true to myself and just remind myself of that era. So that would be the motivation behind it. And there's a couple other things that I'm gonna keep to myself, but you're gonna see like what Young California is about to become is definitely bigger than music. It's gonna be something real cool.
Yeah, when I listened to it, I was like, this reminds me of like, that whole like I know what to do with it, kill. Like it reminds me of like that vibe of like old Bay Area just riding music, similar to like Larry June. Like it's just good riding music. Like
Bro, straight up.
sun
Exactly.
out, windows rolled down, just cruising. Like it kind of reminded me of that.
That's what I wanted to give, like with that, like for the car. I love a long car ride now, like so I can just slap my shit. That shit just feel hella good. So like, want to definitely have a soundtrack for that because it's a big part of our life.
hmm So how long did it take? Because I'm not a part of. I don't know anything about music, the curation of it. Like how long does a project like that take to put together?
It took me a couple months because I started recording the songs in January, and then originally I wanted to drop it in May, but then I ended up making a whole nother album that still needs to come out. But then once I refocused on my project, it probably took me another, so I'll probably say 5 months from start to finish, cover, mix, master, all that stuff. I'll probably say about 5 months, but it just depends. It could be way quicker, it could be way longer in other situations, but this one took about that amount of time.
I was gonna ask this later, but I feel like this is like since we talking about it, I feel like why not just jump into it now? Like, and I'm gonna just ask this simple question first: Are you independent?
Yeah.
So what does independent mean? Because I feel like everybody has a perception of what, oh, I'm indie. Like that means I don't have any type of, anything. Like I'm just doing everything by myself. But like, what does independent actually mean for the
If I'm
audience?
being sarcastic, in 2026, it means nothing. It means the same thing as having a fucking record deal. It doesn't mean shit. It's creative language, like organic. That's my true opinion. But independent basically means your own label, but you decide, or you and your label decide your releases, the sound, the music, all that stuff, as opposed to being an artist signed to like an Atlantic or some shit like that, to where they have way more say. They definitely probably have more ownership and shit like that. But nowadays, people will be saying they independent and they'll be signed to fucking whoever. So, like I said, it's kind of like the word organic. Like,
You mean like in a grocery store, like or
you see in a grocery store, it'll say organic, whatever. What
yeah,
does that really mean? Like, it's still
yeah.
sprayed with pesticides. The apple still got hella plastic on the front. That don't make it no different. So independent artists could still have all, like, let's just take some names. Like, an independent artist could still be Mariah Carey. You know what I'm trying to say? You have all the label access, all the support, all of this, all of that. But just because you own your own production company, you could, in theory, say you're an independent artist.
So they can have majors backing them, but they don't have to be claimed as like
Hmm.
okay.
You have major distribution.
Interesting.
It's really a super layered word, and I feel like nobody knows the true definition of it because it's been so skewed. But my version of independent, yeah, self-produced, self-distributed, yeah, and it's been like that for about 10 years. As long as I started Eyes on Me, that's been the process. All of that, uploading the music myself. Sometimes I
Uh,
mix and master the music myself. All money in. That's how I look at it. Like, independent, all money in. But that's just my way. Some people delegate people to do different shit. So,
so for somebody that may be an up and coming artist, they just starting out, like
mhm.
what would you say the benefit going your route is? Like what is like if they're like, I don't know which route to take, but I do want to be independent. But they could either go to independent, like you mentioned, where they still have backing, or they could go to independent where you upload your own music and you mix and mastering. Like, what is the benefit of the route of going your route versus the other?
I mean, first, I would say understanding the marketplace. So, if you can mix and master your own song, you're not gonna let the engineer whoop you for $1,000 to mix and master. You'd be like, shit, I could do this. Or if you upload in your own song, you can know like the turnaround time, and you'll just have more understanding. Like, and of course, the money. The money, if your people are playing your shit, it's gonna be all good. With the other way, I think it's benefits of the other way too. And I would just say it might just be kind of based off the personality type. Like, some people need a system to flourish, you know. Other people could either be the system or create the system. So I think like you gotta do like a little personal assessment, but I like my way. And I've been teaching my way a lot, like, because people hit me up like just trying to get a grasp of it. I be putting my partners down, like, bro, this how you do. People seeing growth from that. So really, I would just say personality type would be it.
So, do you feel like so when you get streams, whether it be on Apple Music, Spotify, all this like that, you see that money come in?
Yes,
Okay, I was
that's
like,
my
that's
job.
if
What
I
you
was
just
a rapper,
described right there, that's my
that would
job.
be my route.
Yeah, hell yeah, yeah, for sure. That's my career. That's been my job as long as I can remember. Seeing them streams, and the dollar amount attached to that.
Yeah, nah, because I listened to the tape and you said one of the lyrics you said don't leave a dollar unaccounted. You said
Hmm.
you checking about yours. So like I know it's like for me, I would want to be like, okay, so that's going in there. I know when $2 not in my account. So I know
Yeah, hell yeah. And I'm finding shit. Like, the cool part about being in a rap game for so long is like it might be some parts that you fucked up and didn't register. It was a song like it's called Get Rich. It's me and RJ, Mr. LA.
oh yeah.
My percentage was never registered with BMI. I was like, yo. Luckily I was able to go back and retroactively get my shit tied in, but it'd be little shit like that. When I was talking about don't leave a dollar unaccounted, sometimes you gotta go through with that comb through your whole catalog and make sure every box is checked with each project, each song.
Damn, that'd probably be a tedious process because I feel like you feature with a lot of people too.
I do, but that's when people mainly like will have people to do that. But I had a publishing deal, like I was saying earlier with the whole Jay-Z situation, like the guy that was working with us. But now it's like I do my own shit like that. I got my own publishing company. I do my own shit like that. So my current releases and anything that wasn't handled right, it's me and the team going through like, oh shit.
That's
So
probably like
that's like
finding
just as much of a job as recording. Like you would need to be on top of your shit like that.
that's probably like finding money in the couch. Like, damn.
It is. It is. Not for real. Like this year, bro, this year alone, I done been like, hold on. Ain't they supposed to be email? Oh shit. You know what I mean? It was some shit like that.
I feel that. Do you think you'll ever stop making music? And
No.
if you do plan to stop making music, like you just said, no, are there anything like are there other ventures that you're looking to get into as well?
I'm definitely with the other ventures. Stopping music, no. But with the other ventures, I would say like, yeah, it's so much shit. But the coolest one is like, man, I want to open up a theme park, bro. Or either like be like the Steven Spielberg to the Universal Studios of a theme park, bro. Like that's
I've
something
actually
like,
never heard anything like that. I think that might be the last original thought I've heard. Like, a theme park. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Like at first I wanted to do it the Walt Disney way, but I don't know if I got all that management in me. But Steven Spielberg, like what he did with Universal, like they interpreted his movies, but he also designed the rides. It's like the theming, the all the parts. I'm hella into that shit, bro. And I feel like the Bay hella need that. Like they talking about Great America finna close. I was like, damn, like how could we buy that? Like who do I need to get together to where we could like do this shit? Cause like that type of stuff is like hella inspirational. You see something like that, you come out of it like, dang, okay, I wanna. So that's just something like I hella like. Like I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon OD. Like so, like shit like that. That would be my that'd be my big picture. Like I could die happy result like with that.
Nah, I mean, that's lit. That's like almost like I feel like the sad thing about the Bay is like there's not a lot of activities, especially for the youth. There's not a bunch of activities to be done. Like
Right.
Six Flags or shit, a bunk ass Chuck E. Cheese or like there's not like a lot to be done. Like I feel
It
like
ain't
there's a hole missing for that.
right. 100%.
I ain't never like you said a theme park. I genuinely have never heard that before. That is
I
an
know
original
it's like I
thought.
really be keeping that close to the chest, but this movie that I'm about to drop is really gonna show how I feel about that.
Bet. So I wanna get into these lyrics real quick, and then I got one more question for you, and then we'll
Hmm.
wrap this up.
Okay.
So just listening to the tape, there's like a few lyrics that stood out to me because I feel like when you rapped it, you was like I feel like you threw some extra on it. So I wanna ask you about this one. So it says I'm a hometown hero when I'm out of town.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means like basically I feel like it's people from the Bay everywhere, like all around the world. Like and like I've bumped into Bay Area people all over the place and they'll be hella juice and they'll just be like it's just a message from home. Like you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what I meant. Like people will see me be like, oh shit, boy, Sue, hey nigga, wow, back in the days, man. You know what I'm saying? And we could be in Japan, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Wherever we at. Like I was actually in Austin, Texas and had that experience, bro. Checking in my hotel, somebody was checking in behind me and was like, bro, what the fuck? Like you gotta show out here, bro. Like, hell no, what you doing out here? I'm like, damn. So it'd be cool shit like that. Like, so that's what that line meant. Like I rep for the city area where I go. And like when people see me, they know that's the Bay Area. Like if you see me, you already know. Like,
So then that makes me trigger the question: do you feel like you get the respect that you deserve?
I mean, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's always more to get, but it's literally people calling me a goat every day. Like I don't know how much more respect I could get than that. Like, or just like people giving me my flowers. Like, I went to this little Benihana type spot. Like, was that yesterday? It was like damn near yesterday or day before yesterday. And I thought they was gonna try to get on me. It was a group of niggas outside, and they was all looking kind of random. It was like, So, nigga, I swear to God, nigga, you the GOAT. He tried to give me a hug. I came for the pound. He tried to give me a hug. Like, nah, I gotta give you your flowers, nigga, right now, nigga. You the GOAT, nigga. I'm like, damn. So yeah, I feel like I get the respect for sure.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I feel like when it's all said and done, bro, it's on like when you talk about the Bay, people go think of Short, people go
Mm-hmm.
think of 40,
Right?
and like there's obviously other names, but I feel like when it's all said and done, like your name will definitely be etched into like Bay Area culture.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, bro. That means a lot for sure.
So this lyric here, which I love to hear this. Keep my integrity intact. I can't sell my soul.
Right.
What was you saying about that?
Yeah, that's the layered one because I was like, that's the layered one, bro. Because it's been hella times, hella opportunities for me to just do some bunk shit for some money and just like that just didn't resonate with my spirit. I feel like that's like the biggest thing about me. Like, if you knew anything about me, is that I will turn whatever down. I don't give a fuck. I'll walk away from anything, bro. Like, if it don't line up with me in here and if my gut not ringing up with it, I'm not doing that shit no more. Like, since day one, like, it's been deals on the table and shit. Like, I'm like, if it's not making sense, not adding up, and it always pans out. Like, that was some bullshit for real. So I just like, I'm like, okay. So that's why I'm like, I gotta wrap that because I used to kind of hold them type of thoughts back, but now I'm like, I'm emptying my cup with that. Like, just letting people know how I feel about certain shit.
Yeah. And I feel like it always sound good, but then you look at some of these people that did get these deals and they're like 20 years later, like, man, I ain't see a dollar from none of these records. It's like, damn, we thought the whole time you got chains on, got all the whips, and then they coming out saying they ain't never seen no money. I'm like, what was we seeing there?
It's cold. It's like, and not to say no names, but it's just like you'll just think like you have to do shows. Like, if you're not getting money from your music, that's why you like. That's why they'll be like, you'll see podcasts or rappers like, it ain't no money in music. You got to do shows. You know, that is bullshit right there. If you own your music, that's why they want to own that music. That's why everybody want to own music, bro. That shit is a perpetual asset. It don't depreciate, and it could just go up. Let's say a TikTok trend crack off tomorrow. It could just change your life. Like, or you get a song in a movie or some shit. That's why they want to own that shit. Like, across the board. So, man, I hate to hear them stories. It's like some of the homies will be like, I never made a dime off no music. I never seen it's motherfuckers you would think was big as fuck. They'll be like, damn, I never got no $40,000 at one time off the music. I'm like, damn, you got a diamond plaque.
Yikes.
So,
And then people
yeah.
be selling their catalogs too. I've been seeing that a lot lately. I know people sell like, again, not to name names, but a few big artists sold their catalogs and they getting a pretty penny for selling that catalog now. I ain't gonna lie.
No, that's what I'm saying. I ain't mad at every situation. Every situation you got to take it individually because, man, Justin Bieber got
That's
250
that's what I was
M's.
about to say. Justin Bieber sold a ticket.
Like, all right, cool. And you can still make more music. That's what's great about it. But it just depends on the situation. Now, would I necessarily sell mine? Probably not. But if I was on a major label and I wasn't writing and producing my music and etc., and they trying to give me that for my piece of it, it's probably gone. I can't lie. 250. Shit. That's how I feel.
That boy said, "Call me today. Let's
That
let's
shit
figure it
gone.
out."
You want it, huh? Come get this shit.
And we already talked about the don't leave a dollar unaccounted for, so I'm gonna just move on from that.
Mm-hmm.
I really just want to know, just like again, long career. Is there anything you regret about your career? Like if you look back on it, you like, damn, I wish I would have just been smart with this and I would have been in a better position or anything like that.
Been smarter with, I'm sure, but the first thing that came to my mind was just probably like shoot more videos. Because a lot of my big songs don't got no official videos.
Mm.
That would probably be the only half regret I got. And being on Canadian Goose, I could have been on Canadian Goose and I didn't do my verse.
Oh, really? Nah, that's damn all black, bruh.
That's a regret. That's a regret. I'm gonna be real.
That's a hit too.
I feel like man, bro.
that
I
he
fuck
that
with that one, bro.
that run all Black had was legendary because he was
That
putting out
first
music.
one, he was like Tupac to me. Like hearing some of them songs, the way he was rapping, he was keeping it so real, like and his flow so solid. Like he be gassing, bro. Like so that
And
was cold.
what's his other partner? Light skinned dude.
Jim,
Jim, yeah, Jim. Yeah,
yeah,
I'll say
22nd
Jim.
Jim.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking 20. Okay, yeah, yeah. Nah,
He
yeah, they
was
got
offset, but now he 22nd.
okay. Yeah, nah, they got hits for sure. So you
Oh,
said
guys, that's probably my them
and
two. I fumbled that one because he just sent me the beat, and I was just like, he was like, we can go to the studio, and I was like, damn.
then the last question for that young, because people like it's crazy because people, as of today, are trying to start their career. Are people that's even just in the industry right now? Like, what's some game you could give to somebody that's like trying to make it? Like, they don't want to just last 1 year, they blow up and then they move on, but they want to have a long standing career. Like, what's some game you can give to that person that's listening?
Take care of your producer. Step one, make sure you and your producer is like salt and pepper. Like y'all need to be locked in. And then probably the same with your videographer. And the last tip would be do a split sheet for every song.
What does that define? What a split sheet is?
Basically, it's a document that says who did what and how much they get.
Okay.
So you want to have that locked in. Because if you make a hit, you could just, like I was saying earlier, you could just everybody get to the end zone. But if don't nobody know what's what, then you got a retroactive. That shit burnt. You don't want to do nothing retro.
Yeah, this basically like you said earlier. Take care of everything up front so you can get that out the way.
That should be the damn name of this.
Take care of
That right
everything
there.
up front.
That's gonna change niggas' lives. You do that, that's like all the strife, all the struggle I heard from the homies or the little bros trying to do the music shit is always that. Like, I made that beat, the nigga ain't giving me no credit though. He did it, bro. Or be some shit like that. And I'm like, man, if you had your shit out beforehand.
Yeah. But man, let me tell you, bro, this was dope. Just as a fan of the work, just being from the Bay Area, being from Richmond, California, bro. I appreciate you even taking the time out of your day to do this. Like for real, for real. Like this
It's
was
good,
dope.
bro. You know, it's all love and respect, bro. I feel like I've been following your page. And I was like, I seen you saying you was from Richmond. I'm like, bro, it's cool to come together and do some cool shit, bro.
Man, especially just being like, it was too many signs, bro. Like, obviously the joke with my cousin, and then like you had the post that said special Kloth Talk. I'm like, man, look, this was gonna happen. It was already written. So again, bro, I appreciate you.
Appreciate it, bro. On everything. You know, I don't even be doing interviews, but this definitely is wavy. So I talk to good people all the time, bro. It's all good.
Yeah, feel me though.
You know what I mean?
But without further ado, like I always do, I will catch y'all in that next one.
Love the way you work it. Ay. I love the way you work it for me.